Hey everyone, I'm back here with Gabe Lee. We're here with the second part of our interview that you may have caught a couple weeks ago. If you didn't, there's a link above. You got to check it out, all about communication.
Now what? We go to the source. Find out what it takes to build your dream squad.
I noticed in our last interview, Gabe was talking about obsessiveness, and this is something that I've always kind of associated with a negative connotation. Gabe embraces the term, and I really want to dig a little bit deeper into what he means by obsessiveness and how it impacts him and the work that he's doing. So tell me all about it, Gabe.
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. This is like my favorite topic. Let's see, where should we start? So if someone says like they're passionate about something, like society celebrates that. Like we almost encourage every young person out there, go and find your passion. But that's, to me, is just like good. You get to an above average level, but in order to go above and beyond, let's become obsessed about what we really want to do. May that be basketball, may that be neurochemistry, may that be whatever your habit is, may that be badminton, may that be any sport or any endeavor that you want to become great at. Become obsessed and stay obsessed, and make everything else secondary. Because in reality, if you put in many more hours than everyone else when they're just passionate about something, passionate means, to me, it means that you're willing to work on something when you feel like it. But obsession is a commitment towards your craft that doesn't deviate.
So I think what I got tripped up on with that word is that we hear a lot about having balance and the importance of having balance. And I wonder how having an obsessive nature or being obsessive about something can fit in with the concept of balance.
I think it's important to find periods of balance where it makes sense to, when you are obsessed. So say a normal person would work like 9 to 5, and then the rest of the day is spent towards whatever they decide to spend it on. But if, say we're working like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., then because you're obsessed with something and you love it to the extent where it doesn't feel like work, naturally your life will become balanced, because there will be periods where you just organically take breaks throughout the day. Like there's a great theory that I don't remember the specific name of, but where you work for 90 minutes in intense focus work, and then you rest for 20 minutes. When I wake up at 4 a.m., right now my days are structured from like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. to devote towards working at the city of Richmond, as well as working on my business. But like but one thing feeds into the other there, and because I'm obsessed with what I'm doing, none of this feels like work, and both things balance each other out.
So Gabe, we've been hearing in the news a lot lately about the importance of being a multisport athlete, and I know that not every kid is a multisport athlete because they are really obsessed, I guess, or just really focused and passionate about one sport. And so what are your thoughts on that, the concept of being a multisport athlete with obsession?
I think outside of the benefits of being able to have transferable skills, being a multisport athlete serves itself to an extent. To me, its biggest impact and its biggest purpose is to be the buffet of life. If your daughter is 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old at the time, you expose her to basketball, you expose her to ballet, you expose her to soccer, field hockey, all these things. And once she finds one that she is passionate about, and now she's converted to obsession, at some point, all multi-sport athletes, or if they get to a certain level, they become a singular athlete. So for any parent out there, I think if it's our job to best support a young athlete who has chosen the path of obsessiveness to expedite that process. If she's 13, if she's 14, if he or she is 13, 14, and they already love something to that extent, go for it, because everything else becomes secondary. And the fact that, like, if you're playing other things, you're just distracting yourself from our primary purpose.
Gabe, once a young athlete's found their obsession, what should they do with it?
When you become obsessed, we stay obsessed, right? I think so many times when you're a younger person, you crave social validation, you crave tribalism. But if you can find those around you, if you are so tunnel vision towards what you love, if it's basketball, maybe it's whatever, it's mathematics, anything. It doesn't have to be athletics exclusively. But if you find that thing and you obsess yourself over it, you create yourself to new levels, you will inherently attract that type of energy towards you. So in a way, if people are going to the mall when we're like 13, 14, in my mind, we're taking time away from what we should be doing. And if I were to go to the mall now or to do something else with my time, my mind is just telling me, you should be working on your business. You should be crafting your next speech, something along those lines. And what you should do with your obsessiveness is to find people around you, find the best support system around you, and have people around you who understand what you're about. Because eventually, and I also think it's really important to develop secondary hobbies that supplement this, so you can create that healthy balance. At some point, what you love most may be taken away from you due to a myriad of different reasons. But what's really important is if you can cultivate obsession, even if your primary thing is taken away from you, like basketball eventually didn't become Kobe Bryant's primary mission. You just apply the same work ethic, you apply that discipline, you apply the obsessive habits, the impenetrable habits that you develop through becoming so great at something and so locked in. And that's so transferable to every single other thing that you do in life. But if you're just passionate about something and everything is rainbows and butterflies about being, let's just play basketball for fun, then when you go and do something else, that's going to carry over to your life. And let's stay focused.
That makes so much sense to me. I'm thinking about LeBron starting a school and bringing that level of excellence. He's not just thinking about providing a building and having some kids go there with books. He's thinking about a really holistic approach to doing that, and he's taking his obsessiveness and his perfectionism and his drive, and he's putting it into something else that's going to be amazing, just like his basketball.
But what you first need is to build that foundation of greatness, of purpose, of relentlessness. Without it, you can't do all these great things. LeBron can't build a school, Kobe can't build brand new studios, like Elon Musk can't build 7 different companies that aim to change the world.
Gabe, how do you find people who are also obsessed?
That's definitely the biggest challenge in this whole journey. When I was obsessive over developing my linguistic ability, when I was 8, 9 years old, when I couldn't speak English, I knew for a certain period of time it had to be by myself. Because while my classmates were sitting on sitting on what they've already built with their 7-year advantage of fundamentally speaking English in this country and with their family and friends, I knew in order to make that time up, I had to work 4 or 5 times as hard. And I promised myself I would become a better English speaker than them at some point. And in order for that to happen, while they were doing other things that may have been distracting, like after school they may have gone to see movies, they were playing on the park. When that was happening, I made that choice. I was like, I got to go and look through a dictionary, read some books, watch TV, but like not watch TV with the intent of enjoying TV. It was to almost like borrow phrases that, like the first time I made someone laugh in grade 5, it was a joke I stole directly verbatim from the cartoon Digimon. And after that, I was like, wow, I can just borrow things. But so from that point on, I was like, all right, this is going to be obsession. I'm going to use this for good in the world. But at some point, if you raise yourself to that level, like if it's basketball, for example, if you're obsessive and you become great, that person may not be in your life at this point, and people around you might not understand you at this point. But if you're so great and it's undeniable, you're going to play at the next level. And then at that next level, Everything is impermanent in this life. At that next level, for everyone around you is going to understand you. When you make the jump from high school to university basketball, and then hopefully, I hope for your daughter that she can go from university to play professional basketball. People are going to get to that level. Have already been obsessed, and if you continue to stay the course, that you'll attract that energy around you, and organically, you'll find your tribe.
Thanks, Gabe. Okay, Gabe, rapid fire time. What was the first book you read as a kid in English?
I don't remember the first one I read, but the first one I was able to comprehend was Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. That's a classic.
One of my favorites. I think that was actually one of the first books that was ever read to me, too, when I was a kid.
Because we're the same age.
Yes, we are. We're the same age. What's your favorite smoothie?
My favorite smoothie is definitely the Berry Beet from Purpose Smoothie Company out in Stevenson. Go check them out.
Great. Who's your favorite NBA team?
Being a Kobe fan for the past 18 years of my life, the Los Angeles Lakers, after signing Lebron James, are still my favorite NBA basketball team.
And what's your favorite time of day?
To stay on course with the topic of our video today, my favorite time of day is definitely 4 a.m. when I wake up every morning, because that's the time when everyone else is resting. It gives us the opportunity to get ahead of everyone. And incrementally, if we wake up at that time every day, the compound effect happens and other people can't catch up while we're putting in that work. It's important not only to wake up at 4, for me, for younger people watching this, get your sleep, you guys are still growing. But now that I'm an adult, to use those extra hours in an effective manner. It's not about how much you practice, it's about how much you're present while you're practicing and how you're utilizing your time effectively.
Fantastic. So everybody, please go and check Gabe out at Gaberinc. He's on Instagram. Where else? Where else can they find you?
Check me out on the website, Gaberinc.com. And we got a YouTube channel coming as well. We got a podcast coming for kids. Big things on the horizon. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much, Gabe.